So you're right over here on my screen,
Yes.
and I kind of wish we had bigger setups. It looks so small.
Yeah, that's the vertical stream. Whenever there's multiple
Unfortunately,
people.
I kind of want to say I want one of us on top of the other, but the problem with that being the chat is down below
Yeah.
and it takes up so much space. I know that the chat takes up a lot of space.
Yeah.
You wearing a
And
watch today?
what'd you say?
Said, are you wearing a watch today?
I am not. I have just been hanging around the house today.
You
So,
don't wear a watch around the house?
not really.
Really?
I wear my Citizen just like for whenever I go out.
What kind of citizen do you have?
So I actually have one of those ones you're giving away. Let me go get it. It's
Oh,
downstairs real quick.
yeah.
I'll be back.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I'll be back real quick.
Okay. Huh. I'm not sure if there. Does this keep score on stuff like that? That'd be really interesting. Yeah, so I've never done this before. So we're trying something new and seeing how it works out. If it works out well, hopefully better numbers. It's also nice to have somebody else to talk to.
Okey-doke.
Indeed, 2 streams.
This is my Citizen.
No joke. Yeah. That is not too far off.
Yeah, mine just has the black dial. That one is the blue dial.
Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, would you complain if you got one of these for free, even if it's used?
Not really. It's a nice watch. I like it.
I find it's a little heavier than I prefer,
Yeah.
but I like the titanium stuff because I just like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what size it. I think it's a 42. Yeah, I've never seen a dual stream on YouTube either, but I found it was an option a couple like last year, and I've been trying really hard to get Knives, I guess, to do it with me, but our times never add up or never line up just right, so it never happened. And he's still full willing to do it. It's just we got to have times that line up properly, and it's not easy to make that happen. So, what's your favorite knife?
My favorite knife. You're looking at it right here. Civivi Brazen. This I got gifted for Christmas a long time ago. And at first I didn't really like it very much, but now that I'm more seasoned within EDC stuff and more appreciative of stuff like this is a fantastic knife.
It's a Tonto, though.
Yes, they do make a drop point one, but
Okay.
the reason why I like this is the purple scales.
Oh, I love purple. One
Yeah,
of my favorite colors by far.
I actually just bought a new knife in purple, and if you keep tabs with me on Instagram, you'll see what it is.
I just got a new knife last night. How
Oh,
you doing,
nice,
Thomas?
nice new knife.
Yeah.
Uh, CRKT, cool,
Yeah.
sick.
So
I
this
think they,
thing's awesome.
I think something good for your channel would be getting a couple budget knives and doing some videos with some budget knives
Oh,
because
I
that's
buy
what people
used
are looking.
budget knives all the time. I just forgot to do videos.
Oh yeah, I mean, but I love the
Anyway,
purple scales on this.
so check this out.
Yeah.
This little switch right here, you push it over, push it up, and then the whole thing just comes apart.
Okay, that's pretty freaking cool.
I know.
That's pretty dope right there.
I've been wanting one of these for at
Is that
least a
one?
year.
Is that one of their new series?
No, it's
Newer.
actually been around for a while.
Yeah.
Let me grab my other phone, see if it's still on sale. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I got a handle at CRKT, kind of like that at Blake, Texas.
Yeah, so that one is the Field Strip 2
Yeah.
that's what the thing, not the actual knife. The knife is
Yeah.
called the Bonafide.
Hmm.
Bona space FIDE.
Yeah.
This one's in D2. The green version's in 14. 4116, and it is trash.
Yeah. So right here, these are my 3 favorite knives that I currently have in my collection. Actually, let me add fourth one.
Oh.
Oh, penguin boys.
You gotta love the penguin. It's
Yeah,
so good.
probably the best.
It's hard to beat for the price. It
Yeah.
really is.
This is the this I call the bougie penguin. This is the Blade HQ exclusive one.
In aluminum and let me guess, 154 cm,
S90V
S90V.
for under $100.
That's really hard to beat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Blade HQ very much. But
They're my go-to.
I got this as a gift.
Okay, so why do you not like Blade HQ? I'm not gonna
I've
try and convince you otherwise, but I'm
I've just
curious.
I've just not had very good experiences with them. Sorry, like all 3 times I've bought from them, their packages have been almost a week late sometimes. Um,
Really?
and I remember one time I tried to get something dealt with at Blade HQ, and they were just rude. They were rude. They were disrespectful.
No
They
shit.
they took more than 2 days to reply to my emails, and whenever they did, they were short and didn't have very much information in them.
You
They
don't call them?
I did call them. I did call them a couple
How'd that
times.
go?
As I said, they were rude and disrespectful. So I was just like, oh, all right. I guess I'm not dealing with y'all anymore. But
That
the new knife I
customer
bought,
service,
what you say?
customer service, that kills. If you do that wrong, it kills your reputation to people.
Yeah, I've heard other people having customer service issues with Blade HQ as well.
I guess I just haven't yet.
Yeah,
Sounds of it.
yeah, but for some reason here in Texas, shipping is terrible. I don't know what it is about Texas, but whenever anything gets into Texas, it just slows down. Whenever it gets over here, and
That kind of makes sense, actually.
yeah,
So yeah, here it is. It's still on sale,
it's not a bad
50
price.
bucks. And is it still free shipping?
Yeah.
Nope. Free shipping was for Father's Day.
Oh, free shipping was for Father's Day. Yeah, that's also something I don't like about Blade HQ is the shipping isn't free. So,
Well, it
so
is
you
if you buy enough.
yeah, it is if you buy enough. But yeah, Texas is massive. Aiden McWell. It takes a day to drive from one end of the state to the other. So,
Well, you can do that in Idaho too. Drive
oh yeah,
from north to south. It takes a day.
yeah,
People
yeah,
don't think Idaho's as big as it is. It's just kind of skinny.
yeah.
It's tall
But
though.
Texas is big. It has to go from Dallas down to me, down here in Houston.
Yeah.
So
Sucks for you.
yeah, sometimes some companies they fly stuff in, but other times they just put it in the back of a truck and go, yeah, good luck.
So Blade HQ they have a pop-up location that was new last year in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
So that's like 8 hours from where I live.
Uh-huh.
I I get like 3 day shipping.
Yeah.
That that's just kind of luck right there.
I thought they were based out of Salt Lake City or based out of Utah.
I thought so too, but they shipped everything from either Virginia or North Carolina for the
Mine is
longest time.
coming from Virginia.
Okay, Virginia, that's where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they shipped or their only physical location was in Virginia for the longest time.
That's interesting.
So they shipped it across the country and I still got it in like a week.
Yeah.
And then the one time they chose FedEx, it took like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I
So
hate FedEx with a passion.
I like UPS the best. They're just really expensive to ship with.
I like USPS because if we're good enough at shipping bombs, you'd think we're good enough at shipping regular things.
Here,
If,
have a nuke.
if the United States government does one thing right, we ship things
Yeah.
quickly. And
Yeah.
actually, the United States Postal Service is the only government agency that runs off of its own income.
Really?
Yeah, it takes income from your price of shipping to pay all the workers, to pay for everything in the whole system.
That's why everything's so run down with the USPS.
Well, it's also the reason why they don't take any taxpayer money.
Yeah.
So I find that to be a benefit.
Yeah, that is a benefit now that I think about it.
They need uh they need new delivery trucks.
Yeah, they do.
They're using the Grumman LLV still with that
Up there
little.
in Idaho, probably, but down here, they're nice newer vehicles that they have.
Oh well, we've got the Grumman LLV, the little shitbox bread van looking thing.
Yeah, made by an aviation company.
Yeah, Grumman. It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. I'm a
Lightweight vehicle or whatever it is.
yeah. I'm a I'm a big aviation guy, so I know a lot about like Northrop Grumman and all their endeavors making that vehicle.
They should have chose a different engine.
Yeah,
The Iron Duke, the Chevy Iron Duke that it comes with, makes
yeah,
shit power
yeah.
and gets horrible gas mileage.
Oh, I bet.
But it's a large. I can't call it. What is it? A 2.5 inline four
I think.
with really crappy flow, so it again makes no power.
Yeah,
Iron Duke engine, 151 cubic inch inline four that was built. Oh, you're gonna love this. Between 77 and 93, and they're still
damn.
using
So the pretty old engines.
it. It
My
is.
the engine that's in my Hummer is an inline five.
That's weird.
It's a 3.6. Yeah, it is weird. It's
That's really weird.
it's unbalanced, but it has great torque to it. It has a great low end torque.
It probably sounds decent too.
Yeah, it does. Mine, I think mine's starting to develop a misfire, so it's a little.
Are you getting a what's it called? A check engine light yet?
No, I'm not actually, which is quite strange.
It might just be time for new spark plugs and spark plug wires.
Yeah,
When mine did that, so I'll get some emulsion one of these days, okay?
yeah,
Can't afford it right now. I'm trying to pay for a giveaway.
yeah,
Anyway, where was I going with that? Mine developed a misfire when it needed new spark plugs and spark plug wires. And what happened is out of the 8 cylinders that it had, it was running on 6.
yeah.
And it sounded and felt horrible.
Uh huh.
I love giveaways too. I just don't win anything.
I've never won anything from a YouTube giveaway.
Neither have I.
Yeah,
You know Fook?
yeah. Fuktuzel.
Yeah, he's won almost everything.
I think somehow he rigs the system.
I kind of wonder the same thing because it doesn't
Yeah,
make any sense how he wins so often.
yeah. It doesn't.
Now, I'm not claiming that he's cheating,
Yeah,
but he may be bribing people.
yeah.
Maybe it's his good looks.
Maybe.
Who knows? I do not have any hawk bills. Do you have any hawk bills?
I did, but I gave it away. So
I find them a little weird. They're hard to sharpen.
yeah,
I'm gonna be trying a new thing on. I made a Facebook account for my YouTube channel,
yeah,
and I'm gonna try going on Marketplace. And I clean knives all the time. I,
yeah,
take them apart, clean them on stream. My thought was charge people $5. I clean their knife on stream, and then I give it back to them a week later.
yeah.
How
That
that would
sounds
work?
expensive with postage and everything.
No, I'm talking about specifically in the local area. I
Oh,
don't,
local. Yeah,
because then it just gets expensive, and
yeah,
then you have to cover the knife in case. Like, what if they send you something that they don't make anymore?
yeah. Something, something. Rare. Actually, I'm having someone send me a 80-20.5.
It's scary having people ship you stuff,
Yes, it is.
especially especially if it's late.
Yeah,
That 1 day late horrifies you. It's
Yeah, it
terrible.
does.
That's a weird sound.
That's why I always like keep track of my packages, no matter where they are.
I tend to watch them, but sometimes I'm just tired of watching them.
Yeah.
If it's a week late, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
You watching it isn't going to make it show up any faster.
Mm-hmm.
Aiden, I don't give random people my address. I gave you a P.O. box for a reason. I know you,
Yeah.
but I don't know you that well.
Yeah. This I think you'd like this knife. This is the Lander 3. I know it's pretty small, but this is great. It has nice G10. Dude, Kaiser's crossbar lock is like money. It's just like so nice. Um, these scales are neat because have you heard of what NAS does with their scales?
Yeah, how they're open source and you can
Yeah,
print
open
them.
source, so you
Yeah.
can like swap them out. They sent this to me.
They sent it to you?
Yeah, yeah. I emailed the people over at NAS, and they just were like, "Yeah, we're sending you a Lander 3."
Well, ain't that nice? Because they didn't do shit for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they sent it to me.
That's weird. You're
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah. I guess.
I sent them an email saying, when I was at 500 subs, I sent them an email saying, hey, I just hit 500 subs. I'm doing a giveaway.
Yeah,
I'm reaching out to, none of my subscribers know this, but I'm reaching out to companies to see if anybody would like to throw something in. And they
yeah,
said, somebody from marketing will reach out to you or something like that. And nobody ever reached out to me.
yeah. You must have used the wrong email.
I don't know.
Yeah, must have used the wrong email or something.
And then I tried to join the CRKT Underground Facebook group with my new account, and they said no.
Yeah,
Big heart hurt. Oh, it's not fun when starting a new account isn't fun.
yeah.
It takes so long to get any traction anywhere.
It took a year for my Instagram to go anywhere.
I've been doing Instagram for like 2 years.
You haven't posted something since last year, I think.
No, I stopped paying attention to Instagram. I use it for messaging, and that's about it.
Yeah,
But I don't post there often. I don't get out to take pictures anymore. I should, but I don't.
yeah.
What all do I? I hit 100 followers
Nice.
somehow.
Yeah,
Like, I have no clue how I pulled that off. But yeah, my
yeah,
last post was May 1st. Other
yeah.
than 100 followers.
I'm trying to I'm trying to step up like Instagram posts and YouTube stuff, but I've just been so busy recently that I haven't had time.
YouTube takes so much more time than people think it does.
It does. It takes a while because having to film the videos and to I have no way to edit the videos yet.
Tell me about it.
And if and like the video quality is poor on my channel.
Shit happens.
My shorts is basically what's keeping the channel alive as of right now. Right now I'm actually looking new um for a new system because I have this little stick light right here.
Yep.
This was in my mom's classroom. She teaches English, and this was in her classroom, and it has like a bunch of features on it. You can change the light color.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Um, yeah, but it lets off a lot of heat, and it's a terrible light source.
Yeah. You're complaining about some first world shit right there.
Yeah,
I'll explain what my lighting setup is here in a sec. But
yeah,
AJ, we're doing a tandem stream. We're trying this out because I've never tried it out before and I was curious. Um, Here's my streaming setup. It's a table with plants and
yeah.
candy. And then that.
Fan.
That's my lighting source.
Yes. And also,
So
it doesn't look that bad, to be honest.
it doesn't look horrible because of the natural light from the door up there.
Yeah.
But other than that, like at night, it gets really dark.
Yeah, this is my streaming setup. It's messy.
That mine's a fucking disaster, dude.
Yeah. More there, more stuff over there. As I said, it's messy. I have a bunch of packages and stuff, so I need to uh, figure all that out. Also, I have no natural light in this room because this is like a room that has no windows. So one,
What?
it's really hot in here.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask, is it at least cool in there? Because the room I'm in is like 75 degrees right now, and it fucking sucks.
No, it is not cool in here in the slightest.
Have you thought about getting a fan?
I have three blowing on me right now.
I'm talking about a fan to blow stuff out of the room.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, blow stuff out of the room. Yeah, like get air circulating.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
I have a fan like that.
that it sounds like a fucking disaster, but where we all start. I mean,
Yeah,
Dives, I guess, does it in his basement. I do
yeah.
this in the kitchen. He said he had three fans, I think.
Yeah.
But have you thought of four?
Four fans. I can
Yeah.
one up you. Four.
Maybe I've got one, the big
Yeah,
one. Maybe five might do it. Never
yeah,
know.
yeah. I started carrying this Vosteed raccoon a little
I've
bit more.
wanted one of those. I
Yeah,
just can't afford it.
the top liner lock is really good.
You know what's really sad?
Ah,
I thought about the top liner lock 2 years ago, and
yeah,
I was going to patent it. I just didn't have the money to do it.
yeah. And then other knife companies were like, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I genuinely had it all sketched out and everything.
Yeah,
I just didn't have the 14,000 or whatever it was going to cost to do it.
that's expensive.
You have no clue. Once you get into patenting and shit, it gets expensive fast.
Yeah,
I mean, the filing the paperwork isn't that bad. That's like $500. Having somebody write the patent for you is the expensive part.
yeah.
Like I've talked to a few local people.
Uh huh.
They said it's between 14 and 20.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
How expensive that is.
Some company, what? Oh, you want somebody to stream snipe us? That'd be great. I'd love for a company to just show up and say, "Hey, how you guys doing?"
I think I've had that happen before with I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I've had a knife company just like snipe one of my streams before.
I'd love for a knife company to show up.
Yeah,
The only one that talks to me is Jin, and they're great.
yeah,
I love talking to them because they've got always got a great attitude. Did you reach out to them?
I did. Yes,
Did they respond?
not yet.
Okay. Hopefully they do.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say ask for anything immediately, but
yeah,
that's kind of why you reach out to companies is to ask them for shit.
uh huh.
I mean, what else do you reach out to a company for? Hey, I got a complaint.
Yeah. Hey,
What did they
I
do?
got a complaint, and then proceeds to write a 5-page complaint about why the knife sucks.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Delete the
Yeah,
message, and they're not going to give a shit.
yeah. They're gonna read it, and go, oh yeah, just another piece of criticism.
Spy 27.
Yes, this is Spy 27 right here.
I haven't messed with that stuff either.
It's it's very close to S45 VN.
Then why would you make it? Is it better?
It has so it has better. edge retention than
Clean.
S35, but it has better stainlessness than S45. So it's kind of like in between.
So I swear there's one between those two. Not S40, but like S30V, I think, has
I
better edge retention and
on,
better stainless properties.
yeah, honestly, I don't know. It was intriguing because it was a stainless steel, and with how humid it gets down here in Texas, I wanted the stainless, and the only other ones they had that were in the lightweight were carbon steels, and I was like, I don't want that.
Yeah, well, I don't like the lightweight stuff. I don't wear jeans. I wear jogging pants, and anything with the lightweight scales rips your pockets.
Yeah, I can see that.
It grips really good, and that's great. But Velcro, like any of the nylon strapping that you put it on a vest or something, or your pocket, or it just shreds
Yeah,
everything. But if you want to do a build, go lightweight because
yeah,
lightweight stuff, and you don't have to throw away
yeah,
G10 scales.
yeah. I work, so I work with chemicals a lot, like bleach and rust removers and oil removers, and this
Okay.
material is very resistant to absorbing them, and so it's the steel since it's a more stainless. Bleach rusts everything.
I've
So
never had experience with bleach. I'll admit that.
yeah, Dan, welcome. So yeah, I really like this. I got this at Blade Show. The people at Spyderco were awesome. They were just fantastic people over at Spyderco.
I'd hope so.
Yeah,
Took it apart with one hand.
nice.
That this is just so funny to me.
Yeah.
And I might be finding out another way of doing this without infringing on this patent.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was yeah, S125V isn't it chippy?
I've heard it's chippy, but that's why you
It's
don't
not
pry with
really.
it.
It's do you pry with stuff?
No, I do not pry with my knives
Okay.
because that's not what knives are for.
No. That's why you got a pry bar.
Yeah. I mean, the only knife I've ever pried with is this, but this is thick.
Is it what is it?
It's a fixed blade, Buck Selkirk.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's a fixed blade, and I can
yeah,
understand why you'd pry with that, but
yeah. I remember that I was like taking apart some pallets and I needed something to pry with, and I just used this. It was just what was what was nearby, but that's whenever I was young and foolish.
Aiden,
So
you're a monster. Prying with a $700 knife.
with the unums on, oh my god,
You're a
that
turd, you know that?
that is a sin to pry with a knife of that quality and that caliber.
I think it's just the price that bothers me, really.
I mean, $700. I'm trying to save up for Blade Show, Texas right now, so I can buy some nice stuff at Blade Show, Texas.
I have come to the understanding that I can't afford Blade Show
Yeah,
because driving down there, so I'd have to drive down to Salt Lake along with affording housing for the 3 days,
yeah,
totaling out to roughly $300 just to get there.
yeah. For some reason, Blade, Texas is only 2 days. I don't know why.
Well, I'd be buying early bird tickets, so I'd be there a day early.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna buy early bird tickets as well. So I
So
so I'm there
that's
for
where
3 days.
the 3 days comes from.
Yeah,
Including tickets, I think that would make it 400 to 450 just
yeah,
to go there, not even
yeah.
buy anything.
Hmm.
And with the amount of money that I make every year, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, so as of right now, it's planned. If you want me to get you anything at Blade Show, I can. Like if you want to requisition anything, I can just snatch it for you and then.
I can't afford it.
Oh yeah.
I'd love
I
to.
don't know why that came through my head.
No, I'd love to. I just can't
Yeah.
afford it. I'd
Yeah.
love one of them RMX knives, but being 140 and I already have other stuff I'm saving for, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I
The
don't want
man.
you wasting your money holding it on me.
Yeah. There was some cool stuff at Blade, Texas this year. Some
This year or
really
last?
cool stuff. I wanted to go to Atlanta, but unfortunately that wasn't possible.
You live so close to Blade, Texas. Why would you go to Atlanta?
I know. I live. It's a 4 hour drive for me, 4 or 5 hour drive to get to Texas. It's a 14 hour drive to
Oh,
get
well,
to
lucky
Atlanta.
you. It's a 3-day drive for me to get to Atlanta.
3 day, damn.
If I'm driving nonstop, I think. But let
Yeah.
me double check that. But
Saving for a Sage 6 right now. Nice, Dan Stan.
doesn't the
That was,
Sage 6 have a lockback, or is that one a liner lock?
I can't remember which one the Sage 6 is.
Well,
I
let's
know
look
it's
it
like a
up.
big deal, but
Sage 6.
yeah.
Spyderco.
Yeah, but probably this is
Oh,
probably my favorite Spyderco I have.
it looks like it's a compression lock with a button. So basically a top liner lock.
Yep, everyone's going on that trend now. I love. And no, Aiden, I remember what you said earlier. I have not put an edge on this yet. It's still running good on the factory edge.
Did you say that? Get a better edge.
But the Spyderco's factory edges are excellent. So
I wouldn't know because I don't buy them often.
yeah,
And that doesn't look horrible.
yeah. But Spyderco's edges are like done really well.
My edges look better than that, dude.
Oh,
Well,
this one I haven't sharpened in a while. So
yeah, I can't complain. Let me. I was gonna check how far. So Boise to Atlanta, because I'm not flying,
yeah,
and then Boise to where's the Texas one?
Fort Worth.
Jesus. Boise to Atlanta, Georgia. Find me the best route, and let's see. I'm gonna guess 36 hours. No, 36 hours was to Alabama. 50. My guess is 50.
Holy shit.
I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah.
It's being a pain and doesn't want to show up. Okay, fine. Then I'll just go Atlanta, Georgia. Directions from home. And maybe it will show up, maybe it won't. It is. It says 1 day, 8 hours. It's 2,178 miles.
Damn.
And being me, so that's 32 hours. Being me, I would probably make it happen in 30
Yeah.
if I drove nonstop, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
I've fallen asleep behind the wheel before, and it is fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
And it's not the falling asleep part that's scary, it's the waking back up.
Yeah.
Because you get like a half second of, where the hell am I? I'm moving. I'm behind the wheel. Holy shit.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, don't rent.
Uh-huh.
At least I don't drive drunk.
Mm-hmm. I know that. I love those vanadium tool steels like 10V and 15V. Vanadis 8 K390. I've heard 15V is some crazy shit.
It is. I don't have any, but let me look into. I know it's crazy. Let's look it up on my little app thing. 15V.
Probably
Holy
the
shit,
craziest steel
that's
I
magnified.
have is Magna Cut on my Hogue Deca.
What were you saying? I'm sorry, I was talking.
Probably the craziest steel I have is Magna Cut on my Deca, but surprisingly, S90V actually has better edge retention than Magna Cut. There's actually lots of stuff that has better edge retention than Magna Cut. So
Agreed. But Magna
edge
Cut's
retention
supposed to
wise,
be.
S90V I think is the best I have on this table.
I don't know what the best I have is, but I don't do anything.
Yeah,
So it doesn't change anything to me, really. But
yeah.
I complain about it when it's not good enough.
hmm
So, so
It's a
15V is almost 15% vanadium.
yeah,
That's insane.
really, really hard.
3.5% carbon.
Yeah,
That's wild. Oh,
very, very hard.
M390. I've got M390.
Yeah, this
That's probably my top.
this pickled steel that I'm looking at right now, as part of a pass around is M390.
I don't do the pass around groups.
Yeah,
And my reason why is because I'm paying for shipping for something that I can't keep.
yeah, yeah. That's a little downside for me as well. But the knives are cool.
Sure, I don't get to keep them.
Yeah,
So let's see. I don't have my M390 down here, but that is my best edge retention steel.
yeah,
Magna Cut was designed to be an all-around steel.
yeah. So it's not fantastic in all three, but it's good at all three.
It is good at all three, yes. And AJ, you're lucky because in my dreams, if I come close to dying, I end up dying. Not very fun. Like, oh, whoop-de-doo, you fucking died. Now you get to watch what people do after you die. My dreams are weird.
All right, let's get a fresh new set of knives up here.
We should do that. I don't do that very often on my streams, but I'm sure it would keep people around longer. 15V Para 3 would be wild. Oh, you almost died in a fire in real life? That's not good. You should probably not do that.
Yeah, that's not good for the health.
Nope. Dying
Not
isn't good for your health either, but
yeah.
so what happened there? Because now we have a story to talk about. I'd love to just talk about knives, but interacting with people in chat is kind of important as well.
Yeah.
As interesting or not interesting as some people may be.
Oh
Don't tell me you're tired already.
man, I've been tired all day.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Oh, in a forest fire. No, wait, that's somebody else. Yeah, I never come close to dying from a fire. I think my closest spot with death was with a knife. What a shocker. Never would have guessed being part of the hobby, huh?
Yeah, you just have to be careful.
Be very careful. And just a heads up,
Yeah,
serrations are not a saw. Don't use them as a saw because they don't
yeah,
work like that.
yep.
I learned that the hard way. This is for all you people listening.
I think all of us at one point have tried to use serrations as a saw.
Yeah, but I learned the hard way that they're not, and
Yeah,
most people don't. So my knife slipped April 25th, 2023, I believe.
yeah,
I don't remember the exact date, but I'm pretty sure that was it. And so I'm cutting a piece of wood like this, and or maybe I was holding it up here and cutting it like this, and then the knife just slipped and went all the way down here and got a gnarly scar out of it.
Yeah.
Started up here, went all the way down to here, and this spot was like that wide open.
Yeah.
Um, saw a lot of things you're not supposed to see in your wrist.
Yep.
Walked into the emergency room at the closest hospital. That was, I think it was 45 minutes away, and we got there in like 30. We were hauling ass
Yeah.
on a windy road.
Yeah.
Cop just about pulled us over too.
Yep.
I wasn't bleeding at all, by the way.
Yeah. Which is interesting for that.
Yeah, because I missed everything. I missed all the important shit. The
Yeah.
doctor said you should be dead by now.
Yeah. Dance fan. This one's an M4.
They made one in M4. How much are they?
They vary on price. I was sent this one by actually Aiden sent me this one. So
Man, Aiden's a nice guy.
yes, he is.
He's sending me some shit too. He's sending me a vitrified 140 grit stone,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I tell people not to donate, and he goes and does it anyway.
Yeah. I tell people they can donate if they want to, but they never have to.
I tell them not to because they don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
I'd rather they just buy a knife that they're interested in because then at least they get something.
Yeah.
And somebody explained it to me this way. I don't have donations open on my channel yet. I don't have enough watch hours. But somebody explained it to me as if I want to spend part of my paycheck supporting somebody that I enjoy watching, then let me do that.
Yeah.
And I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, but you still don't get anything out of it.
Yeah.
I live in a business perspective where if you pay for something, you should get something.
Yeah.
And not everybody sees it that way, I guess.
Yep.
You got a squeaky toy?
It's the inside of his.
I'm waiting to hear it again. I wonder if he froze. Anyway, my ZT is going up for sale. The 0450. I never carried it, and frankly, I just want something more expensive. So they go for 232. I'm probably going to try and get 180 for it. I got a text message. Oh, well, that explains a lot. Hey, on the bright side, it goes back to a full screen. Now, I wonder if you can use that same link to join again. Because it shows down here a little thing where I can remove people. So I'm thinking you can use the same link again. So by the sounds of it, you don't have your phone plugged in when you stream. Hello,
Hello?
Paul. How you doing?
Hey, my phone died.
I noticed.
Yes. So what I was showing is this is whenever my package is getting here.
Yeah.
Look, it's in South Houston. This is like 30 minutes away from me, and it's still saying the 23rd is when it's getting here.
What day is it?
It is the 18th.
5 days?
Yes,
Fuck.
I
That's
know.
ridiculous.
Shipping here is. I don't know why it's so bad. Anyway, I'm going to show you what I bought. Don't care about your stupid deals, Blade HQ.
You woke up to a grease fire in the kitchen. Your parents panicked with a bunch of fire alarms going on. Then they just made sure you were alive and then went back to bed.
Interesting.
That's fucking wild night right there. How do you
Yeah.
start a grease fire in the middle of the night?
I don't know. Oh yeah, so something wild happened the other night in front of my house.
Well,
So
tell me.
so I was just up here. It was like Sunday night. Yeah, it was Sunday night. I was just up here playing video games, and my mom yelled for me upstairs. Like she already went to bed and everything, but she yelled to me. There's a car on fire in front of our house, and I live in a pretty decent neighborhood. So like I wasn't like due to crime or anything.
Hmm.
So so then I go outside with her. I thought it was literally in front of our house, but it was like down the street a little bit in front of some of the neighbors' house. Neighbors' houses, fire trucks were already there. They had
Yeah,
just got there and started putting it out.
that's when you yell back to your mom and say, "It's not in front of our house. What the hell are you talking about?"
That's literally what I said. That that is literally what I said. But I went down and checked it out and talked to my neighbors and stuff, and they were cutting it open and peeling the hood away and everything.
Yeah,
And it was like a 16-year-old kid, and I was like, I feel bad for him.
yeah. I hate it when that stuff
Yeah,
happens.
they had that car for 3 weeks.
All you lost was a pot. Not bad. Not bad. Dude, I couldn't imagine having a car for 3 weeks and then it's just gone. That's
Yeah,
the second largest investment people usually make.
yeah. Cars are expensive now, my guy.
My truck, I bought it for $2,500 all in.
Yeah,
And I've been driving it for 5 years.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I could sell that same truck right now for between $6,000 and $8,000.
yeah.
That's insane.
Uh huh.
Fun fact, Benchmade made this.
Benchmade.
Well, it's an HK
HK. Yeah.
made by Benchmade back when they made stuff in China.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I like Chinese made knives.
It's weird. It's weird seeing a Benchmade. Like, I know that Benchmade made it. It has a Benchmade number. It's
Yeah,
Benchmade 14452. It's
yeah.
9CR13.
Not bad.
Yeah. I'm not a Benchmade fan. I made a video talking shit about them. Did great, by
Any
the way. I
any day
must.
of the week. Better than a bug out any day of the week.
Oh, easy. The deck is way better.
Yeah.
Better steel.
Oh,
It's
much better.
not even close.
Yeah. I actually, so at Blade, Texas, there were some private sellers that was selling some bug outs and stuff. So SMKW was there. They were selling bug outs, and
Yeah.
I handled one, and I was like, this doesn't feel very very good. So then I went over to the Hogue booth, and I handled this, and I was like, yep, I want that.
Yep.
This just
Pretty much.
feels so much better.
It's smoother.
It is as well. It's like just
You'd think being the company that invented, or not invented, but, at least licensed, if they didn't invent the crossbar lock, that you'd have it down to a T
that's
25
made.
years later.
Yeah,
But apparently not. Now
and
let's go check
apparently,
my content.
like, is it like a base bug out and like $180 now?
Yeah.
That's dumb as hell.
Insane. It's disgusting.
I paid 130 for this at Blade Show.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's not
it,
worth how much they want.
yeah, it's better blade steel, in my opinion, for a working steel.
Sure.
These scales feel better. The crossbar lock feels infinitely better.
Yeah,
So
so here's the video. It's called Benchmade is all overpriced.
yeah,
If yeah. And it's basically 9 minutes and 30 seconds of me talking shit, saying that Benchmade is overpriced all their knives.
the
Uh,
Adamas. Hold on.
the Adamas is like 300, dude. It's insane. So here's what happened. Uh, Spyderco did the same thing in 2024, the
Yeah,
first of 2024. they raised the prices of all their knives by 5%.
Yeah.
Meaning, the Dragonfly 2 went from 90 to being 95.
Yeah.
The everything went up 5%. The Para 3 went up by $10 almost. It's because of how expensive it is. It makes sense.
Yeah.
What Benchmade did is across the whole platform, everything went up by $20.
Holy shit.
So things
Dude,
went
look
up
at
from
this.
between 20% to 5%. I can barely see that.
Hold on. It's not letting me click on it. Dude, look at this. Base Benchmade. Base Bugout.
180.
$190 for a
Yeah.
base.
Well, that's base with Cerakote.
Yeah, base with Cerakote, but 180 for a base.
That's the original right there.
Yeah,
And it's a big price.
$180. And then let me go Hogue. Hodeca. Look at this. 140 bucks.
Yeah.
For G10 scales, 166. And this is the one I have. $130 right here. Sorry, 140.
Well, it went up since you bought it. That's
Well, I
kind
bought
of
mine at show price, not retail.
yeah.
So, but even the MSRP of the Deca is cheaper than a base.
Oh, do you want to hear? Oh, I can give you a lovely rant about MSRP.
Sure.
It's gorgeous. Like it takes forever, but
Awesome.
so ZT and Kershaw have a thing
Yeah.
where they have lifetime warranties on some of their stuff,
Yeah.
and if something breaks and can't be replaced, they will replace it with an equal or lesser value item.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with that being one of the knives that I have is if you want to look it up, you can. It's a ZT0610 ST. Brand new. They sold for 170. And you'd think that they'd adjust prices with inflation on how much they give you. Oh, it won't show up on there. You got to go to Google to look it up. It's not a common knife. I just want you to look at how much the one at Arizona Custom Knives sold for. Okay.
Yeah.
Like 500 or something.
Yeah. 500, 600. Oh, come on, dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
So mine is destroyed. It's nowhere near new.
Yeah.
The blade's mangled. And what finally gave in was the button spring,
Yeah.
because it is a push button auto. Anyway, the button spring gave out and it's turned sideways, so it no longer works.
Yeah.
If I'm going to send it in and they don't have parts for it and they replace it, they will replace it with something of equal or lesser value.
Yeah.
The equal or lesser value only goes towards the MSRP of your next knife.
Interesting.
And it only goes towards the MSRP of your next knife on their website. So if you want to go to the ZT website, I will go there as well, and I will show you that none of their knives are under $170. The cheapest knife that they have is the 0350. It's $188 on their own website. So, zero tolerance knives.
Yeah. Oh, 350. Ugly thing, but yes.
So click on it real quick and you can see that it sells for 188, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look at the MSRP.
235. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much they're going off of. That's the price that they're going off of.
Yeah.
There is nothing on the ZT website that I can get with the credit that will be given to me.
Yeah.
So it carries over to Kershaw. I can buy anything on the Kershaw website that is $170 or less
Yeah.
MSRP. The closest thing that they have is a red.
Shit.
So I'm replacing something with 154 cm that's a classic knife for a blur with 14C.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Scummy.
Yeah.
And that is
Don't
why I don't like big companies, ladies and gentlemen.
well, don't get me wrong. I love Kershaw because they send replacement parts all the time. I'm great at replacing their knives or fixing their knives
Yeah.
when they have problems and stuff. But holy shit, that annoyed me.
Yeah. I should ask for some replacement Omega springs from them for my Iridium because mine are way too soft on my
You
Iridium.
should. Yeah, they should be free, and they should ship them for free too.
Yeah.
It takes about, well, let's see. I think Kershaw's based in Oregon. It takes like 2 weeks for me to receive them. It might take you like 3.
Yeah. Probably.
I understand that, Dan Stan. The problem with it is I'm replacing something that's a ZT with a Kershaw. And not that there's a huge quality difference. The problem is, again, I want a ZT to replace my ZT. I understand that it's a lot to ask for. I just wish it wasn't. Anyway, I'm selling a bunch of my knives. The money is going towards another one of these,
Yeah.
and then a Sebenza after that.
Sabenza's a tall. That's a goal. That's
Yeah.
expensive.
Well, I've got expensive shit that I'm trying to get rid of.
Yeah. These are all my 14C knives that I have. All I think that's all of
That's it.
them. If I am looking
How
up
big is your
correctly.
collection?
What?
How many knives do you have in your collection?
Hold on. Let's
Just guesstimate. I know it's more than you think it is, but
oh, let's not clash blades.
it happens.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's not mine. 17,
Yeah, this is for
18.
sale. It should be legal in New York. It's expensive though. It is.
19, 20, 21.
I do remember you,
22.
Rock Tester. How you going?
There's 22. There's 23. 24. 23. 24. That's not mine either. 25. I'm counting 25.
That's total?
Yeah.
Oh boy, are you just getting started?
Yeah. I'm probably going to buy 10 more at Blade Show next year, so.
Just getting started. So that's what people see when they're. Well, that's not cool. Apparently, so people see that there's 2 people streaming.
Yeah.
What they don't see is your channel name anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's not fun.
That's why I like StreamYard. But the problem is StreamYard is expensive as hell to pay for.
Yeah, I'm not paying to do stuff
Yeah, I'm not paying to do lives
that I
either.
can do for free. It's pointless. Guess what? What do you got going on?
What'd you say?
Oh, you said, guess what? I said what?
Oh no, I said I'm just gonna put some of these away.
So yeah, if you've got 25 and that's your whole collection, I
Yeah.
got you beat with one box.
What'd you say?
I've got you beat with one box.
Damn.
That box has 50 in it.
Oh shit. That away.
That's what I meant when I said you're just getting started. Cause
Yeah. Put this away. And I've got no safe queens up here. I use all of these.
I've got safe queens.
Yeah. I'm
When
gonna
you
keep
get
a couple of these out.
the expensive into the expensive shit. You got 11 subs and did a talent show at school. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna bring this back down a little bit. So y'all aren't all the way up there.
Yeah, I brought mine up, but honestly, I'm not doing anything up here.
Yeah.
And I typically keep it right down here. It's just add some bigger knives that
Yeah.
needed more space.
So story about this knife right here, about this
Like canary.
QSP canary.
Yeah.
So I actually bought my first canary at Blade Show. It was an orange scaled one at Blade Show, Texas. And the guys over at QSP were fantastic. Were fantastic guys, and I really liked that canary. But whenever I got back home and tried to reverse the pocket clip, one of the screws was like completely stuck. Like it would
I've had
not
that
come
happen.
out. I
Yeah.
tried a soldering iron. I tried degreasers. I took this entire scale off and heated it up from the other side, and nothing would work. So I messaged the ambassador here in the U.S. Um, I forgot what his name is, but I messaged him and I told him, "Hey, there's a problem with mine. Can something be done about it?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll send you whatever color one you want." And I was like, "Sure, I want the purple one." So he just sent it to me.
I love purple. I wish more
Yeah,
knives were made in purple.
yeah. Put this away.
So that knife that I'm working on, um,
Put this away.
I meant to send myself pictures of it, and it just didn't happen. But the design's coming along. I spent about 2 hours on it yesterday.
Yeah,
So I have the front show scaled finished, and the blade is pretty much finished.
nice.
I'm glad to hear you didn't get made fun of at your talent show. What did you do at the talent show? Anyway, I expect the design time to take 20 to 30 hours before I'm done.
Yeah.
It's a
Sorry,
lot longer
voice
than
crack.
people. You're fine.
Yeah,
Takes longer than people think it does.
yeah. I tried designing my own knife, and I was like, "Man, this takes a long time."
What did you use is the question.
A paper and a pencil.
Okay, yeah, that's how I start.
Yeah,
That's how I start with. I've
but
shown you all my pictures, right?
yeah. Well, what I drew looked exactly like a QSP penguin, and I was like, "Man, I like the penguin that much that like what I drew was a penguin."
Don't you love when that happens?
Yeah, you know, what would be really cool in my opinion, a
What?
penguin fixie.
They don't make that already?
No, they don't make a penguin fixie. They need to start making a penguin fixie.
I swear they did.
I don't remember them ever making it. They
Speed.
made sorry man, the canary fixie and a couple others, but I don't ever remember them doing the penguin.
Yeah, it would have shown up as the first thing. It doesn't. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Weird.
if they make a penguin fixie, I'm buying one instantaneously, no matter how much it costs. It's just mine.
I wouldn't buy it. I need to get used to fixed blades first, and I don't carry them often.
Yeah, like the only time this is the only fixed blade I actually own. The only time I ever bring this with me because I'm not 21 and I can't carry lead slingers yet. Only time I ever bring this with me is whenever we're traveling. So this goes in my bag. whenever we
Careful with
travel.
that. Traveling in state, I
Yeah, in
assume.
state. Yes, in state.
Yeah, because
Road
traveling to
trips.
other states, state
Yeah.
laws are very different.
Yes. 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 Indeed, I know.
I know because people ask me for suggestions for stuff that they should buy.
Yep.
And I wonder if there's a way that we can have. I wish there was a way, like right up here, I could put words
Yeah.
without having a piece of paper.
Yeah. My my number one recommendation for if you have blade length restrictions in your state, Vosteed Raccoon Cub all day long because it has a sub 3 inch blade, which if you have blade restrictions is usually sub 3 inches. So
Yes.
sub 3 inches, it's a full four finger grip at least for my hands. It's a really nice little versatile blade. Really nice full flat grind on it. Fantastic action on this little thing. So yeah, so that would be my. Actually, this is my most recent video. So if y'all want to go watch this,
Yeah, go check that out.
yeah.
Usually we have. Oh,
Oh,
it's midday. Yep, that's why.
yeah.
So my usual streams, I'll
Uh huh.
sit there with like 30 people in there on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about the fact that it's almost 5:30.
Yeah.
And
The streams don't really matter. I'm just enjoying talking to you.
well, it's nice to have somebody to talk to
Yeah.
because the streams get so boring when it's just you.
Yeah.
And sure, you're talking to chat, but chat doesn't always respond.
Yeah.
Then you're stuck there talking to yourself. And it wrecks your thought process.
Yeah. So
And continue.
another knife I recommend is the Giant Mouse Ace Riv. This one's quite expensive though, $200. But
That's not that bad.
yeah, compared to some of the other knives that I've seen, yeah, the this is my most expensive knife though.
Wait, 200 for G10?
Oh, this is my Carta,
Okay,
my
it's
Carta
still
and Magna Cut.
okay. You want to see my dream knife? I've got a few grails in my
Sure, why not?
I've
Little
got a few
knives.
grails on my whatever it's called. On You get the point. You
Yeah.
open Blade HQ and you find stuff that you like.
Yep.
Blade HQ. Go to their website. Log into their website on this old ass phone that was made in 2016. By the way, not to brag, but this phone, you can replace the battery in the back.
Fun. I wish it was that easy on an Apple.
I wish it was that easy on modern phones. It's
Yeah,
not. Nobody does that anymore.
because they want your money from them fixing it.
Sell me a new battery.
Yeah.
View lists. Grail knives. I have two knives that I want. Oh, I didn't even put it in here. That's sad. So it's the Ace Tribeca.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
It is gorgeous. So that's what it looks like.
Giant
And
mouse? Yes.
titanium scales with the, you know, what's Foxnez's thumb hole. It's just
Yeah.
great, but it's almost 300.
Yeah.
It's pricey.
Yeah. My my dream knife is a lefty Sabenza.
That's a good. Are you left-handed?
Yes, I am. That's what it clips on all my knives are on the left side
Never
whenever
even
they're
noticed.
reversible.
This one's on the left side because I carry this for when people ask.
Yeah.
I hand them this pile and they use it, and then I sharpen it because they treat it like shit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't give them the
Yes.
thing that's in my other pocket because that's a
Ouch.
lot more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. So like every knife I have that has a reversible clip on it, the clip is on the left side.
Well, all of my designs I plan to have reversible clips on. So
Good man.
the
Good
San
man.
Torino was my other one of my other.
Have the prices gone down of that?
No,
I remember it being more expensive than that.
no, they didn't go up though.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. But I bought one, and it's a pile, and I'm not happy with it.
Yeah, I've heard
I spent full price.
I've
I
heard that
spent 300.
yeah, I've heard that blade material is crazy, but the knife itself is not very good.
Well, here's the problem, right? It's it's the recoil lock, which is the same as the Civivi Super Lock, right?
Yeah.
And the Civivi Super Lock has it made out of steel, which is great because it's wear resistant.
Yeah.
That knife has it made out of aluminum. Aluminum's not wear resistant.
That's really dumb.
Yeah, it's a really dumb over that they didn't even notice.
It's like because tungsten carbide is really, really, really hard. So
Yeah.
whenever you have something that's rubbing against it that's really, really, really soft,
Yeah.
that's not gonna
Uh-huh.
end that's not gonna end well.
It didn't. It has
Yeah.
lock rock.
Yeah.
I carried it for 3 days and it got lock rock. I was
Yeah,
not happy.
that's a bad design
It
right
is.
there.
Yep. So I'm going to contact them, and I meant to. Actually, I already did, and they never got back to me. So that's fun. Um,
Mm.
anyway, my other grail is a Fox Knives Chillin' Fate. And this thing is, yeah, but I want it in M398 and carbon fiber.
Yeah. This one's an N690 and micarta. This steel's not very good, at least on this
Huh.
knife.
And 690 isn't the best, I'll admit.
Especially Italian N690, because Italian N690 is very soft.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, but apparently Fox Knives, I don't really like this knife very much. But apparently Fox Knives, just put soft steel in their knives.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, somebody said look up
Oh,
something. And yeah, that's just sad. I don't know why you'd put, I like my steels hard, like 60 to 64.
yeah. It's like
D2, I
really good
put it
heat
at,
treat right here is Vosti's 14C. Really good heat
I
treat
think
on their
that,
14C. So incredible performance.
do you want to know the hardest 14C I've gotten my hands on?
I know it can go up to like 72.
14C at 72, that'd be disgustingly hard. So that's the Constellation. That thing's wild.
Best deck?
Yeah,
I think that's ugly, to be honest. I like the handle material, but the knife itself, I think, is ugly.
I don't like the Tonto,
Yeah, I
but
don't
I
like
don't
how it
like
gets like
Tontos in
thinner,
general.
how it like tapers and then gets wider again.
Hmm.
I don't really like that.
I mean, I can see how it would work. The leak is the
Yeah.
same way, and so is
Hmm.
this. It's comfortable.
What is that? Kershaw? Is
Yeah,
it
it's
slip
a
joint?
Kershaw. What?
Is it slip joint?
No,
Oh, it's a
frame.
frame lock. Okay. I want which launch is it that I want? I really want a Kershaw launch. Whenever I go to Blade Show, Texas, I'm gonna look for a Kershaw launch because I want one.
Yeah, but which one?
That's what I said. There's so many.
Well, if you've come to terms with the fact that you might want to launch one, I'll sell you one. I don't want mine.
Which one's the launch one? Does it have a reversible clip on it?
Does it? Uh,
Because it's not required for me to have a knife that has a reversible clip on it. But if you look through my knife collection, 99% of my knives have reversible clips on them.
you got the micarta version. That's pretty sick. It does. Actually, let me go grab it and I'll show you what it looks like.
So I'm reopening my laptop so I can look at the launch series.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, okay, I see. Pro deck camera to visual Atlanta exclusive. Nice. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it to Blade Show Atlanta this year, unfortunately, but I did go to Texas this year, and Texas was crazy. That was so much fun. Okie doke.
Stairs are my enemy.
Yes,
This is launch one.
it has the tiger stripe on it.
Yep. It's
How much would
also
you sell
got
that
the
for?
it's factory seconds.
Oh, so would it be cheaper?
It would be, yeah. The blade doesn't have a warranty on it.
Okay,
All the rest of the
maybe.
parts still do. The blade doesn't.
Yeah, I might hit you up on that. Maybe if you sell it for a good price.
And it's been sharpened by me, apparently. I don't
Yeah.
remember doing that, but
So what the ones that I want are either the Launch 18 or the Launch 20.
are those the stiletto looking ones?
So the 20, no, they're not the stiletto looking ones.
Then I'm
Let
thinking of the
me.
15 or something.
This is the. Let me. Hello. Can
Oh,
my
okay.
laptop?
Yeah.
That's the Launch 20. Oh, camera.
Yeah, I can see why you'd want that.
Yeah, it's not a bad price either. For Magna Cut and Magna Cut automatic also. I know a lot of companies will upcharge just because their knives are automatic.
Yeah, I don't care that it's an automatic.
Yeah,
If you have subpar materials, I Launch 13 is a little weird looking.
yeah. I've seen some really cool ones of the Launch 20s though. That's why I want it. But I'm also I'm also kind of iffy about carrying autos in public.
It's not really a problem. Nobody really looks at you here. You'll flick
Yeah, but
that
the
thing open and people
the
might give
thing
you a glance, but they don't care.
yeah, the thing is I live in a blue county, so maybe here it'd be a little bit more of an issue, but I've never had issues in public before.
I live in the bluest city in my state, which isn't very blue, I'll admit, but
Yeah. Like I've whipped my knives out in public before to cut stuff and nobody's batted an eye. So
yeah, it's the same thing. If it makes a loud click, it makes a loud click. Big whoop.
yeah. And it's like people open carry here in Texas and people don't seem to care.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't see an automatic knife being a problem,
Yeah.
especially when you're not being threatening with it.
But yeah, exactly.
And people talk shit about the tiger stripe. I know people talk shit about the tiger stripe. Why? I don't know. But I've been looking into the glide lock. It's interesting.
I just bought one of the glide locks, Thomas.
So this is DLC.
Yeah.
This is tungsten. This is DLC tungsten. That's what tiger stripe is.
So it's a coating.
Yes, it's a tiger stripe coating. Yes, but it's got DLC and tungsten coating.
That's pretty cool actually.
Yeah, people talk shit about it, but it's one of the coolest coatings you can get.
Yeah. What is it? What else is it that you're selling?
Well, let's see what else is on my Instagram that's up for sale. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Launch
Instagram.
20. Love that. And I'm excited for Blade Show next year.
So this is 85 after shipping.
85 after shipping. Okay, that's not a bad price. I might actually have to hit you up on that.
Okay.
On that. Maybe whenever I get my next paycheck, I'll hit you up on that.
This one's 55 after shipping.
What steel is that one? The Delica
VG10.
VG10. Okay, that's good. That's good for VG10.
Well, I try and price my things to where people can't resell them and because they won't make any money, but the
Yeah,
end buyer will be happy with the price.
yeah.
And then I've got a Kershaw Echelon that's going for 85 as well. I'll show you what that looks like here in a sec.
The launch 4 is really funny.
It's stupid.
I got to handle a launch 4 at Bass Pro, and it's the funniest little thing ever. It just wee. It
It
nearly
still
came out of my hand
fires.
whenever I deployed it,
Yeah, it still fires really hard.
and
Okay,
it's
I don't have the
so
Echelon
tiny.
down, but I'll show you pictures of it. I'm not going upstairs just to show it off.
Oh, I like that blue one. $106. That's not bad.
So that's what the Echelon looks like.
Oh, I like the look of that.
They're hard to get. They're expensive because it was discontinued.
Oh
It's
shit.
14C, natural G10. I think mine still has the factory edge, but I'm not 100% sure.
Reversible clip.
By the looks of it, yeah, there's 2 extra holes down here.
I might have to hit you up on that because I like that blade shape.
I love that blade shape. I've just never used it. I bought it to sell it.
Yeah.
I buy a lot of stuff to sell it. Let's see. I said, I need some money for things, free shipping anywhere in the continental United States. Looking to sell my factory seconds, launch one, CPM 154 for 85 bucks. Decent condition with a few dents and scratches on the scales and pocket clip. Delica 4 and VG10 for 55. Great condition with a Para 3 pocket clip. Not that it changes anything. I took the pocket clip off of this. It came with a lynch clip.
Yeah.
I put the lynch clip on my Para 3 and then sold my Para 3.
I
And
need to
then
get
took
a lunch
what?
clip for this. I need to get a lunch clip for this.
Fun fact: the knife that I'm designing with knives, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to show that real quick? That knife that you just had out. It takes those pocket clips.
Wire pocket clips.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
it
like the
takes.
wire pocket clip on this, but the one on but this one is fantastic as well. But the one on my Fox knives chillin', this is the worst pocket clip I've ever had on a knife.
No, it
The-
specifically takes Spyderco pocket clips.
oh, specifically Spyderco. Okay.
Yeah, so that means you can get lynch clips for it.
Dope.
Yes,
And
I
and
thought ahead on that
what
one.
are y'all aiming for retail?
We're hoping 40. It might be a little more, but we're hoping for 40. And then the Echelon is 14C28N for 85. Decent condition, a bit of glinting on the tip. Factory edge. It needs cleaning. I'll do that on stream if you'd like. And like I said, I'll gladly clean it and make a video
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I get my next paycheck like in 2 weeks or something like that. Like
You
what? Like
don't need to buy anything. Don't feel obligated to
yeah.
do anything.
But
But if you want something, I'd be glad to sell it to you.
I may not ever be able to find an echelon for that price ever again.
A what?
I may not ever be able to find another Kershaw echelon for that price.
No, you probably won't. I've seen
Like
people selling them for 150, so
that's a stupid price.
yeah, I'm happy
Oh
to sell them.
yeah. Uh, I have to get my next paycheck and then maybe.
Well, don't spend more than you have to.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying is don't go into debt for it.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm good whenever it comes to money, like going into debt. But
Yeah, I wish everybody else was.
yeah. Ouch.
I'm decent. I'm
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah. Right now, I'm saving up for a new watch. I have a cruise coming up on the last week of July.
Where are you going?
So Alaska.
Ooh.
So Alaska cruise. So I'm saving up for a new watch to buy on the cruise right now.
I'll be
Oh
honest. Make sure that you are looking at prices,
yes,
and you need to look up prices too,
yes,
because the watch that I bought on the cruise, we got after $100 credit towards it. We got it for MSRP.
yeah.
So you're not going to get a good deal on the ship.
Like this was 200, I think.
Oh, you're going to hate me. Oh, this was like 35. Well, we're hearing some fun sounds.
Hello? Oh, you connected on my earbud. Can you hear me?
We can barely hear you.
Hold on. My Bluetooth turned on for some reason. How much you say that went for?
Oh, I got it for 35. I get really good prices on things.
Oh, my wallet.
Uh-huh. I feel kind of bad about that. It's got
Yeah.
folded links too, and they charge that much.
These aren't folded links. These are solid.
You think that? I'll prove it to you.
Oh, they are folded. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. $200 for that.
Yep. Kind of makes you feel bad, huh?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. I like it.
I hate doing that to people
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. But
But
as I said, I like it.
yeah,
And
as long as you like it and you don't feel bad about buying it, then
yeah. Yeah. So what I do like about cruise ships though is that it's duty free, so you don't have to pay taxes
sure, but they still charge you over MSRP.
for everything. Yeah.
So is it really no taxes? Because you're getting fucked either way. Just look into things. You can try and talk them down as well.
Me. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, let's swap out knives because I'm sure people are getting bored of these. Whoops. That's the wrong spot. I'm gonna save the Kershaw or the Echelon for him if he's interested. If he doesn't end up buying it, then it's 85.
All right. So I'm being summoned. Uh, I'm going out to eat.
Okay.
So it was good doing this stream. Are we still on for another stream tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna do my regular outro by closing all my knives and stuff. And thank you guys all very much for watching. I've been Eagle Scout EDC, and remember, guys, always be prepared.
We'll see you later, man. Have a
Yeah,
good one.
yeah, you too.
So we'll be sticking around for like another 30 minutes just because I have nothing else to do. So, and then I'll probably be heading out for dinner. If you want to look him up, if you're interested in any of his content, his name is Eagle Scout EDC. He has a. Ooh. Just a sec. Not now. He has an Instagram page with more followers than I do. and he has a YouTube account with less followers than I do. I don't even know how you get followers on Instagram. How does that shit work? But if you're interested, EAGLE, look up Eagle Scout EDC with no spaces. First one to show up right here. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see what he's doing. I could have sworn I subscribed to him already. Anyway, he uploads way more often than I do. I just do more streams. And then we'll continue on with our regularly scheduled program. The stuff where I take stuff apart and clean it and put it back together. The downside of this being today I don't have anything to clean, but we can still take stuff apart to look at it. I wonder what this button does. Interesting. Let's take apart probably the easiest knife to take apart. This one. Done. Oh, that's how that works. You know what I should do? I'm not logged in on that Facebook account on this channel or on this other phone, so never mind. Sucks when everything's already sharp. So how are you doing, one person that's in chat? That's the difference. I can't set up polls on this. I can with the other account, but I can't with this one. Oh, that's what people are seeing, huh? People are seeing that. That makes a lot more sense. Well, we'll continue going for a little bit longer, but I can't start a poll on here. That is so weird. Oh well. We'll just take this part again and you can put this back together without the blade in it. Kind of funky stuff. if that counted towards his views. We'll probably go for another 5 minutes because as much as I'd love to continue having you guys only see half the stream, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'll be putting some stuff up for sale on Blade Binge. If anybody's interested. God, this thing's just so fun to take apart. It really is. We can take this apart though. You know what? I'll end the stream right now. We'll start another stream and then take this apart, take a couple other things apart. Then I'll go to dinner and do something else. And then I might start another stream. So this stream's going to end here right now and then we'll start another one. You're welcome to join that. Yes, it will stop immediately and they will no longer.